A very warm welcome to all the participants in today's masterclass. How are you feeling today, everyone? How are you feeling today in joining this masterclass? You can use the chat box. We are going to have an interactive session, so I'm going to prompt you again and again to use the chat box. Most of you are feeling good, right? One, see, this masterclass, we are going to start on a very positive note. When I'm saying positive, because we are going to work upon something which is going to help you or which is going to be established as a branding for you. Right. When I say branding for you, I'm going to give you an example. Like you might have seen different billboards when you are traveling on a highway or on road or during the city also. You might have seen different billboards where different advertisements are tagged. So when you see those billboards, what is the objective of billboards? If I ask the same question to all of you, if you see those billboards, what are the objectives of those billboards which are there on the roads? What is the use why those billboards are placed? Can somebody explain? Awareness, to gain attention, advertisement, right? Advertise, promotion, description, to sell their product, right? For any brand promotion. So if you see the response, everybody who, if suppose somebody is not participating also even in the chat box, but if you're reading the messages or responses given by your fellow students, you can understand that billboards are basically used for promotion, for brand awareness, okay, for advertisement, for marketing of different products or different services, right? So similarly, in today's session also, we are going to work upon something which will be acting as a billboard for a product or for a brand, which is basically you. So we are going to, mechanize a something which is which is basically your LinkedIn profile, which is going to be a billboard for you. It is going to, create an awareness regarding you to all the other people. Those other people could be a recruiter, a potential recruiter. Those other people could be your fellow networks, your professional networks. Fine. So these LinkedIn profiles are nothing but these are digital billboards for the people who want to expand their network, right? So that is what we are working on. We are going to work upon. That is on your LinkedIn profile, right? But even before starting this LinkedIn profile creation or building on LinkedIn profile, I would like to just ask few more questions to all of you. In this month only, in the month of November, 9th of November, we have conducted a workshop on resume building. So anybody in the present participants, have you participated in our last workshop on resume building? No, no, yes, no, right, yes. So most of you were not there. There, you have not, participated in our resume building workshop. But those who have participated, can you give me a suggestion or can you give me your feedback right now in the chat box? What do you understand or what was your key takeaway? Have you, got any benefit of that workshop? Have you improvised your resume after that? Or do you understand ki aapka resume, how your resume should be after that workshop? Right, basic agenda or basic objective of that workshop is to create an awareness that how important is your resume, right? And when we are talking about resume, you may see all varieties of resume, different people using different resumes. Some are very poor, some are extremely stylish, some are extremely relevant. Fine. So resumes could be of different type. In that workshop, we understood that what are the key essential elements of a resume, what are the basic elements of a resume, and how we should have that resume or modify those resume just for whenever you are applying for a particular role. So in that workshop we learned about how to target jobs using your resume. So we are going to refer that resume itself, the resume building exercise we are going to refer here also, but it's not like that we are going to completely rely on that. I'm going to show you a sample resume over here also during this workshop, and using that sample resume itself, we are going to talk about LinkedIn profile building also. So please be attentive. whenever we are referring to resumes, so I'm going to side by side, I'm going to tell you also how you can modify your resume, but not in very detail. If you want to see that workshop again, those workshop recording is available on our YouTube handle, YouTube channel. So you can go there and check out the recordings of our resume workshop also. But right now we are going to make a reference from that resume also, right? So that is why I'm asking this question. I hope most of you are having your resumes handy or ready with you. All of us, since we are working in this current times, and we have to have our resumes. So I hope everybody has resumes. Maybe your resume are not up to mark, or maybe your resumes are up to mark. That's up to you, whatever you want to see your resume as. But I hope everybody is having their resume, and those resumes is going to help you further building your network or profile, right? So please be ready with your resumes also whenever you are attending these workshops or these kind of master classes, right? Next question I would like to ask before starting this workshop or master class, I would like to ask all of you is, have you do you have your own LinkedIn profile also already? Do you already have your own LinkedIn profiles? Yes or no? Let us quickly check how many of you have a LinkedIn profile already. Right. Okay. From the chat response, I'm able to see is the people who are participating, the 90% of you have your LinkedIn profile ready. So do you think your LinkedIn profile is justifying your skills or your caliber? Those who are saying yes, you have a LinkedIn profile. Do you think your LinkedIn profile is justifying your profile, your caliber, your skills? Okay. Again, I'll try to reframe my question. Do you think your existing LinkedIn profile is justifying with your caliber or your skills? The people have started to share their LinkedIn links also, right? Wonderful. So very few people are saying yes. Otherwise, you think or you're sure that your LinkedIn profile is not actually doing justice with your profile, with your skills, right? So what we are going to do here is we are going to see that what are the essential building blocks of a LinkedIn profile, which already I think all of you who has their LinkedIn profiles built, you know that what are the basic building blocks of a LinkedIn profile. For example, if we talk about an Instagram profile or a Facebook profile, you know the first thing what we do is we go and we attach some profile pictures, we write some bio, right, about yourself. So similar kind of structure is there on your LinkedIn profile also. Yes. So on your LinkedIn profile also, we have certain essential features. So we need to update those features. Now, when you're updating those features, you will start building your LinkedIn profile. So these are all the basic building blocks. But how do you update those features? That is again very important, and we are going to touch upon all the aspects of all those features during this particular session. So let us quickly start the session. Fine. Let me share my screen again. Now, see, guys, what we are going to do is I'm going to explain certain features, or I'm going to, go take you through the content of this masterclass or through the session. And towards the end of the session, we are going to take a Q&A round also. Maybe in between also, I'll ask some questions. So we are going to discuss through chat box. And mostly the questions I'm going to take through the towards the end of the session in the Q&A session, question and answer session. So maybe in between, if I miss out on your chat messages, so please have patience, right? Okay. Now, when we are talking about LinkedIn profile, can somebody write in the chat box that what is the use of a LinkedIn profile? What is the use of a LinkedIn profile? I hope my voice is clear. I'm asking what is the use of a LinkedIn profile? Making connections and branding helps in network with people to help find job, connect with leaders in our field to find job as well, for job, to search job. This is a professional summary, network building, network expansion. It is used for professional. It's online resume. connection people help to find us jobs. We can search different kind of jobs, connect with alumni, and so on. It gives opportunity. What kind of opportunity? Personal branding. Tony is saying to get connected with the professional for self growth. So most of your answers are similar on the similar lines. See, the LinkedIn profiles are basically nothing but an opportunity for have a professional network built for you. When we say professional network built for you is again I'm going to take a response from your answers only. Professional network built for you is no, you're going to connect with people for whom you are targeting. Like if you are targeting a particular job, right? So for that, people from the similar job or from the similar profile, from the similar designation, you may get connect with them. You may also connect with the people who are hiring for those roles. Okay, people who are already working for those roles. So such kind of connection, they are going to help you in a way that if you are connecting with the people who are hiring for similar roles you are targeting, right? So you can easily connect with them. You can present yourself to them that yes, these kind of skills you already possess. So they can consider your role or they can consider you for hiring or filling those positions. At the same time, if you're connected with the people who are working on the same designation or who are working for the same role, you can check out their work. You can check out their resume. You can check out their projects on their LinkedIn profile, and you can check out on what kind of things they are working upon, right? So based on this, you will have, or you can assess yourself also that what kind of skills you should also work upon, what kind of skills you should add in your bank of skills, right? So skill building may again LinkedIn profile. If you assess the LinkedIn profile of your peers, find those who are working on the similar kind of roles you are aspiring to. So you can work towards building your skills also in that case. So LinkedIn profile can be useful to you in multiple ways. Some of those I have just explained, right? So keeping all of these points in our mind, let us move towards the session, right? When we are talking about building effective LinkedIn profile, as I was explaining also, there are certain building blocks of your LinkedIn profile. Now, what are those building blocks? There are many, but I have tried to categorize the building blocks in four major categories. When you talk about the four building blocks of LinkedIn profile, I have very first I've used is a virtual assets. Virtual assets. When I say virtual assets, since LinkedIn is on the same grounds as a social media networking platforms, again, LinkedIn is similar to what a social media networking platform. Instead, a social media, we call it as a professional networking platform. Fine. So similar to a social media networking platform, there are provision where you can upload or you can present different media also. Media means virtual assets. I'm referring here is virtual assets could be a photographs, could be videos, could be presentations, graphs, and many more other virtual assets which you can use on your profile also. Unlike your resume, resume you can't go for or you should not go for virtual assets. You should not go for pasting pictures on your resume. But LinkedIn has this provision that you can use virtual assets and you must use virtual assets while working or while building your LinkedIn profile. Now, how to use or what kind of virtual assets should be there? It's not like you are posting anything just like your social media. There must be very quantified and very thoughtful kind of virtual assets should be presented on your LinkedIn profile. So that we are going to talk about also how to select or what kind of virtual assets should be there, right? That is the first building block here. Second building block I would talk about is headline and photograph. So when you see a LinkedIn profile, those who have not yet made a LinkedIn profile, I'll show you also a kind of a basic structure of a LinkedIn profile. Please wait. But before that, we are just discussing that what are the basic building blocks of LinkedIn profile. So second building block for a LinkedIn profile is a headline or a photograph. Right? Now, all the LinkedIn profile have a username. For example, my name is Arpit Thakur. So in my profile, my first of all, a photo would be there. And just below the photo, there will be my name, Arpit Thakur. And again, I can add a headline to my profile. Now, that headline can also be very effective if somebody is looking to hire someone or if somebody is looking to get connected with a similar kind of person. Suppose if somebody is looking to connect with a teaching role or person who is working as a teacher. So I could write myself as a headline for myself is assistant professor. So Arpit Thakur and assistant professor just below my name. So people can very easily or very without wasting a lot of time can understand what is the current role or current designation of this person whom they are going to send a connection request, right? So headlines are important in those terms. Now, when we are talking about photographs, again, posting or using a photograph on your LinkedIn profile is also very critical. And what kind of photograph we should present, that also we are going to discuss. So please be with me. Third building block is the professional profile summary. So when we are talking about professional profile summary, if you see resumes also, if somebody has their resumes in hand, if you see your resume, even on the resume, at the very top of your resume, we write a kind of a executive summary or a profile summary. Fine. So we should also write a profile summary on our LinkedIn profile also. It's kind of a about section. I would like to compare it with the website. For example, if you go to a website of any particular company, all the websites use a about section where they will try to write about the company, their mission, their vision. Fine. So every company website has a about section. Similarly, your LinkedIn profile should be having an about section where you will be writing about yourself. Okay. But when you're writing about yourself, you should be very choosy. You should be very selective because this is for your professional network. So it's not like you're writing anything, but you should, craft your summary in such a way that it should be, target oriented. Sometimes the recruiters are, searching some general terms before hiring the people, like those are the keywords. So your profile summary should include all those keywords, so that the next time if a recruiter is searching for a skill for a person who is having those skills, your profile must pop up in the search result of the recruiter. So your profile summary is also very critical area of your LinkedIn profile. So we will try to learn about how to write a profile summary, effective profile summary, which is SEO optimized also. When I say SEO, it is search engine optimization. Fine. So whenever a recruiter is trying to search, like if a recruiter needs to hire someone which who are having their who are having operational background, okay, operational management background, or someone who is from the web development background, so they may look for candidates from a web development. Fine. So your profile summary should have most of the keywords related to these job descriptions or these designations, so that your profile must pop out in the search result of the recruiter. So again, that is about the professional summary. And the fourth building block is other profile features. I have categorized this other profile features very non-judicious manner, in a very non-judicious manner, because it is having a lot of variety. If you see from other profile features, there are experiences, there is education section, there is skill section, project section, and many more sections LinkedIn has given provision to. You can add your work experience, you can add your projects, you can add your education, any online certification course you might be doing, any publication you might have. So you can, all of these things you can add in the other profile features. But again, when you are adding these things also in the other profile features, they should be again target oriented and relevant to the career aspiration, whatever career aspiration you have. So for example, if you want to add a project, fine, it's not like you should not add, or you should avoid adding those projects which are not relevant to your career aspirations, right? So we will add only such kind of other profile features only. Those are in sync of your, or in alignment with your career aspirations, right? So these are all about the building blocks of LinkedIn profile. Now, before moving towards the next slide, I would like to show you a LinkedIn profile. Okay, myself, my own LinkedIn profile, so that you can understand what are these building blocks. Just for giving the example, I'm going to show you a LinkedIn profile just so that you can relate with these building blocks, right? I'm not saying I'm going to show you a best LinkedIn profile or something like that. Just a LinkedIn profile so that you can relate with all of these building blocks. Let me just reshare the screen again. Can you see the web page or the Google Chrome tab? Right. Okay, thank you for the responses. Now, when you see a LinkedIn profile, the basic building blocks include this portion here. This is called as cover image. Then there is a profile picture. Then the name of the user. Okay. Then the headline, which I'm talking about, the headline here. Then some geographical locations, contact information, right? Then there is a about section I was talking about, right? You can see an about section also, which should include most of the things which which should come or which are essential for your career aspirations. I will tell you the way how to write this profile summary, right? Then there is a featured section where you can post your virtual assets. Okay, the first building block I was talking about. You can use pictures, links, videos, YouTube videos. You can post it here. These are the featured section where you can use the virtual assets, right? Then there are other sections like you can put your work experience, you can put your education section, you can put about your online certifications, licenses which you might have. You can add the skills you want to add, but again, those skills must be very relevant to your career aspirations. Okay, you can ask your connection to write your recommendation also, so they can write recommendation for you. You can enter your publications, patents, languages, anything you are which is relevant to you. You can add all of these things on your LinkedIn profile. Fine. So this is just an example of all the building blocks which we were seeing in a LinkedIn profile. I hope you have a little bit idea now. You have a little bit idea about what are the building blocks of the LinkedIn profile, right? Right. So if you are clear that these are the building blocks of my LinkedIn profile, next we are going to talk about, or I'm going to make you work towards how to, fill these building blocks or how to make these building blocks effective, right? How to write these building blocks, right? So one by one, we are going to talk about, let me just share the presentation again, right? So one by one, we are going to talk about these building blocks. So if we talk about the virtual assets, now, virtual assets, as I was saying, it could be a photograph, it could be video, it could be any link, it could be any social media link. Fine. So, how to select what kind of virtual assets you must be using or you must be posting on your LinkedIn profile? Fine. So, there is a particular a set criteria which can help you in selecting a very relevant virtual assets or visual assets. Now, what are those visual assets or how you can select those visual assets? Keeping these 3 points in our mind, let me just try to annotate it. Keeping these 3 points in our mind: positioning, progress, and professional personality. You can again try to compare it with your Instagram profile or Facebook profile. Like when you are posting something on your Instagram or your Facebook, you want to express your thoughts through those posts. For example, if you're posting a picture and you want to express something, that could be one post. Or suppose you want to post your own picture, so you want to express your personality with your friends or with your connections, that this is how do I look, this is my personality. Fine. So every post you do on your social media handles also has certain inherent reasons or inherent, you can say, uh, inherent tendency or कोई reason से any reason you're posting those things. Okay, it's not like you're posting just randomly. Some people do say that they are posting these things randomly on their social media platforms also, but behind those things their intention is to show something to their connection. Okay, maybe somebody is posting a picture of the food, fine, what they have cooked. So their tendency is to show to their connection that they have cooked something. So this is a kind of a skill that this tasty food, delicious food they have cooked there on their own or whatever they are eating. Right? So every post has some kind of intention. And similarly, on your LinkedIn profile also, when you are making use of a visual asset, you should have some very relevant and very target oriented post. Okay, now how those could be relevant and target oriented? By keeping these 3 points in your mind. So whenever you're selecting a visual asset, we are going to keep these three things in our mind. So your virtual asset or visual asset should be explaining your positioning. Now, when I say it should be explaining your positioning, that means it could be your visual asset could be a picture or a video or any other graphical element which is representing your current career stage. Now, your current career stage could be, suppose if you're a working professional, you're working for a company, you're working on a designation. Maybe you're working as a data analyst. Maybe you're working as a data entry operator. Maybe you're working as a salesperson. Fine. So your current career position is based upon your current career position, you are going to post certain graphics. Now, suppose if you are working as a data analyst, you can post your recent dashboard which you might have created, or you can post a recent analytical result which you may have given. Okay, so such kind of things or such kind of visual assets. Suppose you can post a kind of a pie chart or something. I'm just giving a random example. So these pictures will show to all the other viewers that this is the current interest area of this person, this whosoever LinkedIn profile is being visited. So if you're, suppose if I'm working as a teacher, fine, and suppose if I'm taking this masterclass right now, so I can post the YouTube link of this ongoing session in my link on my LinkedIn profile. So this will show my interest that currently I'm working as a trainer and I'm training the set of students regarding a particular topic. So this is my current positioning. Such kind of visual assets you can post also, which can reflect your current position, current career position, right? I hope I'm making a sense here. Next is the progress. Okay. Now you can select some visual assets which may represent your progress. Now, progress could be, suppose right now, maybe I'm working as an assistant professor. Maybe I'm looking towards a research job. Fine. Maybe I want to work in a research R&D job, let's say of a automobile company. Okay, in maybe in the engine segment, or maybe in the transmission segment, maybe in the emission segment. So if I am aspiring to advance my role from a trainer to a R&D expert, I might be working, I'm definitely working or studying or upskilling myself in that area. Fine. So when I'm upskilling myself in that area, I might have done some kind of course, some kind of training, or some kind of project in that area. So posting the relevant pictures, the pictures related to those things could explain or could show or could express my interest in work where I want to take my career from current position to the next position. So what is the progress of my career aspirations? So those things can be such kind of visual assets can be used for a progress. Okay, for the progress situation. Fine. What kind of job I am targeting? Maybe if I'm targeting a R&D job in an automobile section, I can post something related to automobile R&D. Maybe I can talk about in my one of the visual asset, I can talk about how EVs are dominating the automobile market nowadays. So such kind of news articles I can post in my featured section, right? So these are certain visual assets which will help the viewer to understand my perception towards my progress, right? This is the second way of using a visual asset. Third is the professional personality. The visual assets which I'm posting on my LinkedIn should also express my personality. Like on your Instagram or Facebook, you are uploading your own picture to showcase your personality to the people. Similarly, your LinkedIn should be a place. The visual asset you are using on your LinkedIn should showcase your professional personality. When I'm talking about a professional personality, is suppose my thought process is very analytical. Okay, I'm very data driven. Fine. So in such cases, I might be, let's say, I might be, listening to some of the industrial leaders, their podcast maybe. Suppose some data analytical leader is there. He has recently done a convention, maybe a conference, maybe a podcast. So link of such podcast. I'm just giving an example. Link of such podcast can be included in one of my virtual visual assets in one of my LinkedIn. So such things can showcase that what kind of content I am consuming when I'm in my meantime in my hobbies. What kind of content I am consuming, and that will indirectly reflect my professional personality, that I'm see even when I'm not working, I am looking towards such kind of content which is improving my professional personality itself. Right. So these are the three basic aspects which you should take care while whenever you are uploading any kind of graphical assets or visual assets, keeping your current positions, progress, and professional personality. Right. So maybe suppose after this masterclass, suppose you start to make your or you start to better your LinkedIn profile. So I would give you a task, everyone, to find about the visual assets or the graphics, one graphics for each section, maybe one graphic from your current positioning, one graphic from your progress where you want to head towards, and one graphic from your for your professional personality. So take it as an activity. After this session, try to find at least one image, photographs, video, graph, anything related to each of these categories. Will you do it? Yes or no? After this section, after this session, right? Correct. So I'm getting some very positive response from all of your sides. So after this session, whenever you are updating your LinkedIn profile, try to find visual assets related to three sections, at least one or two visual assets from each of these three sessions, and then upload it on your resume or on your LinkedIn, right? Upload it on your LinkedIn, right? So this is how. See, before updating your LinkedIn profile, collect as many visual assets as you can, but the relevant ones, which should satisfy these three conditions, right? Collect all of them. Maybe go to internet, maybe go to your phone gallery. You might have pictures. Suppose if you're working as in your company, or you recently attended a kind of a seminar or a conference, you might have pictures where you met with industry leaders or your boss or any other senior members. So you can post such thing also even in your current positioning, right? So such kind of things you can post. So try to find about all the relevant pictures, all the relevant visual assets, maybe videos, maybe a recording, fine, and try to collect it to be posted on your LinkedIn profile. So keeping this in our mind, let us move towards the next slide. Now, talking about the photographs which we are going to upload on your LinkedIn profile and the headline, how to set the headline. So first of all, let us just try to talk about the photograph. Now, photograph, whichever photograph you want to choose for your profile picture, it should be high resolution, right? Nowadays, we have very high resolution mobile cameras also available. So use those high resolution photo cameras to click your pictures for your profile picture. But when you are selecting your profile picture to be uploaded, you have to take care of three things: the dress which you are wearing in that profile picture, in that picture, your current expression in your picture, and your environment, right? So the dress. Now, dress should be as per the dress and expression. Both I'm going to take here. Dress and expression. Both should be as per the job you are targeting. For example, if you're targeting a very niche professional job, fine, very niche professional job. So you should be dressed very professionally, maybe in a blazer, maybe in a very formal shirt, fine. So such kind of dress you should be wearing while uploading that picture. Now, your expression should be smiling, but not very loud smile, a kind of a subtle smile in such situation, right? So based on the job you are targeting, what kind of, suppose just you try to understand or just try to think of someone who is going to assess you from your picture. Suppose if you're going for a very serious kind of role, in that case, instead of having a very loud smile, you can go for a very subtle kind of smile, give a certain kind of subtle kind of expression. Fine. So your dress and expression again should be very relevant to the kind of job you're looking. Suppose you are going for a art kind of job role, which is related to art kind of role, maybe a graphic designer. Okay, so in that situation, you may not need a very professional surrounding or very professional kind of photo. So in that case, you can dress a little casual also. Fine. Maybe your background, the background should be light or a noise-free background. When I say noise-free background, means in your background there should not be many objects. The entire focus should be on you itself. Fine. You should not have a lot of shadow on your pictures, a noiseless background. So such kind of things must be taken care while you are uploading a picture for yourself, right? Try to, I'm just giving a kind of a suggestion. Try to go for lighter background. If possible, make it blur, lighter blur background, and in front have a at least semi-formal dress with a subtle smile in your picture. Fine. So such kind of environment, dress, and expression should be selected when you're, uploading a picture for yourself. Fine. Now, when you're coming to the headline, you saw my LinkedIn profile where in the headline I have written assistant professor. So we are going to keep the headlines as simple as possible. You might see different people's headline. They have written ample amount of things, a lot of things, maybe a lot of things, upcoming designer or many other things they have written. So don't crowd your headline space. In your headline space, don't crowd your headline space. Just write very basic or very to the point of a point headline in your on your LinkedIn profile. And you must use a keyword similar to, like, if you're looking for a job, obviously. So if you're looking for a job, you must use a keyword like seeking opportunity kind of terms. Again, why I'm asking you to write seeking opportunity kind of term, because whenever some recruiter is searching for someone, let's say for example, if a recruiter is searching for a profile who is having a Node.js skill, so they might use such kind of very common terms, like they are looking for someone who is seeking opportunity in Node.js skill. Fine. But just try to mention whenever, if you're very actively looking for a job, you can also include this term seeking opportunity. This example I'm giving here is, in your headline, you can write, for example, your designation and seeking opportunity. Suppose if you're seeking opportunity in a particular area, you can write that. If you're seeking opportunity open, if you're open for remote roles, or if you're open for pan locations, you can write such things over here, right? So your designation which you're seeking opportunity, and area, whatever area you are targeting, right? So such kind of things can be included in your headline. Node.js developer seeking opportunity in Bangalore, Karnataka. I'm just giving an example here, right? So these are about the photographs and headlines. The next building block is about the profile summary or about section of your LinkedIn. And it is again very critical, very important. I have just shared in this particular, those who have attended my resume workshop, which we have taken earlier. So there also I have shared some templates with the participants. So this is a kind of a template itself only for profile summary also. You see the template. I'm going to just read out the template first, and then we are going to discuss or break this template in some segments, right? Initially, it is like Mr. or Miss. Last name is something professional or expert with dash years of experience in the industry, right? That means the first line itself should tell about your major current position. For example, you might be a professional of a particular, like suppose if I'm going to show you a resume also later on. So in the resume also, in your profile summary, you might like, for example, in my case, I'm a teacher, I'm a trainer. So I will write that Mr. Thakur is a trainer with, let's say, 10 years of experience in a teaching industry or in a university setup. So such kind of modification could be done in that manner in your cases also, fine. Based upon your case, you can write what is your major current role, what experience do you have. Suppose if you are at an entry level, so you can also write a trainer at an entry level, seeking opportunities in what kind of industry, and seeking opportunity to teach in a university setup. So such kind of modifications you can present in the very first line of your profile summary, right? In the second line, if I go through the template again, Mr. or Miss last name, then you can write a few sentences about your professional story, your background, what do you do or what you care about. Okay, so that means, suppose whenever you're making a resume also, you are trying to list out certain major skills you have, right? Maybe in your resume you have pointed out 6 skills. So you can make a statement to show those 6 skills, that how you have those 6 skills and how you implement those skills in your day-to-day work or in your professional work. So such kind of statements can be written in the second line, right? But whenever you are writing those skills, try to supercharge your statement by integrating certain brands. Suppose you have applied a skill to work for a brand. When I say brand, it doesn't mean a reputed brand. You should include some name. Okay, let's say if I worked with a group of scientists, with a group of research people. So there must be a name of the group of, suppose you have worked with a music band, you can write the name of that music band, right? You should write some names, the quantity, the number, the data. Why I'm telling you to write these things or include these things, because whenever you're including some details, maybe some numbers or some names, so this will help to generate a trust in the mind of the reader. So reader can understand this person has genuinely worked upon his or her skills, right? So you must write these things in your resume about section. After that, you can write that Mr. or Miss has earned there. You can write your most recent or the highest academic achievement. Okay. And your specialization. Again, when you are saying specialization in the bullet points, you should write the major skills which you have also presented on your resume, right? So your profile summary should be a mirror of your resume. So all those skills which you have mentioned in your resume must be listed here also in the bulleted points, right? You should write all those skills here. Then you can write in the bottom portion of this about section, the last name is currently looking for or seeking opportunities, what kind of roles you are seeking, you can write over here. And you can write how a person who is hiring can reach out to you, right? Can be reach out on LinkedIn or email. You can give your contact number also if you think you're comfortable enough, right? So it is just optional. You can give your, at least you can give your email ID so that the person who is looking to hire someone similar to this description which you have given, so they can reach out to you very readily. So such kind of things you must include in your profile section. Nowadays, this is a time of search engine optimization, so you can use certain hashtags also. I hope you all of you know how hashtags works. You can write hashtag like hashtag Node.js, hashtag developer, hashtag data analyst, hashtag Python. Fine. So you can use certain tag words also so that if somebody is searching for people with particular skills, these things will because of these tags which you have used in your profile, that will take your profile to the search results. Fine. So this is how your search result or your profile will appear in the search result. Right. Right. So this is how a profile summary should be created. Next is, since we talked about all the building blocks, right? We have talked about all the building blocks. Next, I'm going to take you through a dummy LinkedIn account. I have created a dummy LinkedIn account. So I will tell you how one by one you can use all these skills for the building blocks and other things to create a LinkedIn profile. Fine. Side by side, I will show you how to create a LinkedIn profile. Right. Just a second. Let me just stop share and I'm going to take you towards a LinkedIn profile. But side by side, I'm sharing a link of attendance also so that you can fill your attendance. I'm sharing a link of attendance in the chat box. Please fill that attendance link. Use this link to mark your attendance. Meanwhile, I'm setting up my screen for the next thing. See, for you people, after this masterclass, I'm going to share a reading material for all of you, or a material or resource which can help all of you to create your LinkedIn profile also. I'm just going to share first that thing. This is a PDF I have created for all of you, building an effective LinkedIn profile. This PDF basically is a description of how step by step you can create a LinkedIn profile and optimize your LinkedIn profile, right? Let me just show you. There are step 1 to how many steps are there? Just a second. There are these 9 steps from step 1 to step 9, which all of you will do, and I'm also going to do in this current session itself on a dummy LinkedIn profile to create a optimal LinkedIn profile, right? Step 1 is creating your LinkedIn summary. Step 2 is gathering the collaterals, or I can say visual assets, right, to make your profile pop. Then step 3 is uploading your professional pictures or writing a headline, right? Step 4 is uploading your summary or featured virtual assets. So assets which you have collected in step 2, we are going to upload it on the step 4. Fine. Step 5 is we are working to list our previous jobs, internships, projects, right? Step 6 is we are going to list out our education. Step 7 is adding the skill certifications. Step 8 is updating the contact or personal information section, right? And some customizing your settings just to have how your profile will be visible to the recruiters. Fine. So these are the 9 steps which we are going to follow. I'm going to start with First, I'm going to start with second step. Why? Because profile summary will be, covered after we are done with making all these 3 things which we were talking about, right? Uh, Positioning, progress, and professional Professional personality. Fine. These three things which we have covered in the personal building blocks. So first of all, we are going to collect certain visual assets on these three things. Once they are collected, then we will move towards other steps. Right. So let us start. I'm going to show you a resume also, a sample resume I'm going to work. And based on that resume, let's say there is a person whose resume is available to me, and I'm going to make his or her Instagram profile, sorry, LinkedIn profile. So let me just show you the resume of that person also. Now see, you see there is a sample resume I'm using. This could be a resume of a person named Sandeep Kumar, whose email ID must be listed here, whose LinkedIn. This is a template which I have also shared in my previous workshop. So you can make use of any templates, but those templates should be as simple as possible. And these should be the basic things which should be available in all the resumes. For example, a resume must have a summary section, right? A resume must have a section where you list out all your major skills. Then a resume must have a relevant working things where you can explain your working experience, your project experience, your professional experience, basically, right? So like this person might have worked in an industry as an operation manager. What was his day-to-day task, how he has implemented his skills. Let's say you can see he has written a skill project management or business communication or client vendor management. So how these skills he have implemented in the work or in his designation as an operation manager, fine. So project management, how he has used, client and vendor management, how he has used, fine. These things, how the skills is applied by the person has been written over here in the resume itself. Now, whenever just it is out of the scope of this workshop, but still I'm trying to share it with you. If you're writing certain statement regarding your skill, okay, you should write it in a manner that you should include the brand, any name, some data, and some outcome. For example, if you read one line here, ensures execution of firm's highest priority project, example, oversaw the firm's rebranding in 2037. Some data is used, including redesigning all packaging, digital asset, interiors, integration of singular logic. So it could be the name of the project, maybe, fine. Singular logic, inventory, POS system, hiring, and onboarding of new marketing team and other deliverables. You see, this whole statement includes everything, some brand name, some detailing, some quantification, and some outcomes. So whenever you are, including your skill in any area of your resume, you should make your resume statement like this. I'll share all the resume templates again. Don't worry. We are going to share all these resources with you after this workshop is over. We will mail you these things. Okay. Last in the even in the last workshop also, after the workshop, the next day we have mailed the resources which were used in the workshop. So even I will here also I will share a resume template with you. I will share the PDF which I was sharing showing you earlier. So I will share that PDF with all of you. So don't worry about it. Right. Right now, focus on the steps, the process which I'm going to show you. Right. Don't worry about the resources. So your resume should include everything, like from your skills, how you have demonstrated your skills, okay, in your maybe in your work experience, maybe in your project, maybe in your education, if you have done any kind of additional certification, okay, you have any other technological skills. So all of these things are available in your resume. So keeping this resume in our at our side, we are going to create a LinkedIn profile for Mr. Sandeep Kumar. Okay, so let me show you a profile of Mr. Sandeep Kumar. This is a very basic profile of Sandeep Kumar. I just created a dummy LinkedIn ID. We are going to update it for Mr. Sandeep Kumar, right? So first thing is we are going to collect certain visual assets for Sandeep Kumar. Now, visual assets, if you remember, visual assets should include three things, right? What are those three things? Positioning, progress, and professional personality. So we are going to find pictures or maybe videos related to these three things: positioning, progress, and professional personality. Let us start with positioning. Positioning means what is the current role of Mr. Sandeep Kumar. Okay. Current role of Mr. Sandeep Kumar. Let's try to see his resume. So currently, he is an operation and project management expert. Fine. So he's someone from the operation background or project management. Okay, with a 15 years of experience in IT services, retail operation, and large scale construction project management. So we can find any kind of visual asset since it's a hypothetical person. So we don't have the actual things for him. So we are going to just browse internet to find relevant pictures. Otherwise, suppose if you're talking about yourself, you might have some relevant real pictures of pictures or videos or any other visual assets for you. So you can think about it judiciously. But for Sandeep Kumar, since it's a hypothetical situation, we are going to find certain hypothetical pictures which are relevant for the visual asset logic which we have followed. Fine. So our current positioning, we are going to find something relevant to operational or project management expert. So if somebody is from operational background or project management background, what kind of pictures are relevant for demonstrating his current position, right? So let's just try to go through the Google. And we will write the current situation and project management. Let's say we write some conference images of operation and project management. So you can see this picture could be a very handy picture if this person might have attended some kind of upskilling workshop or some kind of conference related to this one. So you can download this picture. You can save this picture here, right? Let's save this picture, visual one. So this could be the first step, positioning, right? Next is progressive. So where does Mr. Sandeep Kumar wants to progress on, how he want to advance in his career? Fine. So maybe he's what kind of role this person is looking for. Fine. So from his resume, or for you, you know yourself where you want to go for. So from his resume, we can understand that he is looking for something similar to analytical jobs, IT driven, a data driven job. Fine. So a data driven kind of job he is looking for. So he might be upskilling himself for this kind of role, data driven role. So we can find some visual assets related to data driven roles. Let's say we can write like analyst or project management analyst, right? So maybe he has worked upon certain data and created some kind of outcome, some kind of analysis result, maybe some dashboard. Such kind of dashboards can be used. Let's say if I write dashboard. So such kind of dashboard or project this person might have worked upon. Fine. So the result of such dashboard can be used as a visual asset. So we can save this image also. Let's say visual 2. And next is the professional personality. Professional personality, maybe in the free time, in the meantime, as a hobby, Mr. Sandeep Kumar, what he is doing to grow himself, right? So he might be, watching some podcast, or he might be watching some person on the YouTube who has been working for the project, right? So for example, even very luckily, I can see this project itself it's a link of a YouTube. So if I click open this YouTube, you see somebody has created this dashboard and explaining how to create this dashboard. So this person can use the link here, YouTube link also here, just to create his visual asset, fine, on the LinkedIn profile. How they can do it. They can always go to their LinkedIn profile. They can go for add profile section, fine. And maybe in some of the areas, in one of the areas here, let's say for example add features. So in the features, the person can add a link, a video maybe, fine. Over here a YouTube link can be added. Okay, so here the link could be added and some description can be written. Just learned creating and applying. Now here the person can write the skills. So whatever skills he is upgrading to, or whatever skills required for the job role he is targeting, those skills can be mentioned over here. So that whenever a recruiter is, searching for person with the similar skills, the profile of Mr. Sandeep Kumar will pop up in the search result. Such kind of things can be added in this case and save the image, right? So these things will be, added to the profile of Mr. Sandeep Kumar, right? So these things are, we are going to collect the visual assets. We have collected some visual assets already. First thing is, whenever you're going to make your LinkedIn profile, first of all, try to collect as many visual assets relevant to your profile as possible. Fine. So for a hypothetical person, we have collected a few of the visual assets. Next, what is the next step? Let us just try to move. So after collecting the collaterals, which can make your profile pop, these collaterals could be photos, link to the YouTube, any presentation, any reports, fine, or any other graphics. So first you should collect all of these things, and then we'll, in the step 4, we'll see how to upload them or where to upload them, right? Second step, we will try to create a LinkedIn summary, a profile summary, which I have also shared during my presentation. There is a kind of a format, a template, which you can use to create a profile summary. In this document itself, I have, is my screen visible to everyone? Somebody is writing, I'm not seeing what you are doing. Is my screen visible? Yes, no. Okay, just a second. Let me just reshare my screen once again. Is it visible now? Thank you. So using this document, first we have collected all the collaterals, the visual assets, which are required for your creating your LinkedIn profile more attractive, which is required to make your LinkedIn profile more attractive. Second is we are going to write the LinkedIn summary. So for the LinkedIn summary, I have already shared a kind of a template with you in my presentation, but I'm just going to tell you, or I'm just going to demonstrate how you can make use of this template. Also in this document, you can see I have used some summary also, summary of some professionals. You can refer them. For example, if you click here, this will take to some sample summaries. For example, somebody who's looking for a job of a junior level data scientist. So this person, Bill Smith, is looking for this role, right? So this kind of role or this kind of profile summary could be written in this manner, right? Similarly, we have junior level financial professional roles. In that case also, this kind of summary is written. So how to write a similar summary for yourself? आप अपने लिए how you will write this summary, right? So here you can see I am using a generative AI feature to customize your own LinkedIn profile summary. This is going to be very interesting for all of you. So we are going to use Chat GPT or Gemini to write a LinkedIn profile summary for yourself also. I'm going to use a prompt which I will give to Chat GPT or Gemini. That prompt is going to generate a profile summary for you. Now, what is that prompt? You see in this document itself, I am using this prompt. Here are some instruction. I'm giving some instruction to the generative AI model. Fine. And over here, I'm going to paste my resume. So if you have a resume handy, I'm going to paste my resume here and generate my profile summary. So let us just copy this prompt. Let us copy this prompt. Let me just copy this prompt completely. I'm going to use my keyboard. Don't waste any time to start preparing for you. And how much you are able to see, I have selected the entire prompt. I'm going to copy it. Please let me know if you can see my screen. Yes, I will share this entire document with all of you. Don't worry. So now I'm going to go for Chat GPT. Let's say I've opened Chat GPT or Gemini. I have pasted this prompt over here. Right, this whole prompt which I have copied, I have pasted here. But in the prompt itself, I'm asking the user to paste their resume. You see, paste your resume here. So in this tag, I will replace this tag with my resume. Fine. So we can go to Sandeep Kumar's resume. This is the Sandeep Kumar's resume. Let us select the Sandeep Kumar's resume. Let us copy it. We copy the entire text of Sandeep Kumar resume, paste it over here. So what we did in the entire prompt, we have pasted the Sandeep Kumar's resume here, right? Entire prompt as it is. Let us run this prompt. So when you're running this prompt, ChatGPT is going to generate a kind of a profile summary for your resume also. You can see it has generated a profile summary for your LinkedIn. Sandeep Kumar is an operation and project management professional with this much years of experience in IT services, retail operation, construction project management, a detail-oriented, result-driven leader. You see, entire template which I was discussing has been, followed by ChatGPT. There, his Sandeep Kumar's major skills have been listed as a bullet point here, right? Sandeep Kumar is passionate about optimizing business operation, fostering collaboration, and his contact details is mentioned even at the end. Okay, so all of these things have been generated by the chat GPT itself using the prompt which I have shared. Fine, you can copy this entire profile summary and go to the profile, go to the LinkedIn profile of Sandeep Kumar. Just a second. So this is the way. Let's go to add profile section, add about. So in the about section, let us quickly paste the summary generated by ChatGPT. Okay, we are going to make these as the bullet points. So the bullets are not being copied. So let us just try to create the bullets here. So how to create a bullet? Let's see if we can create bullet using the keyboard. Right. So entire profile summary has been written here. Let us save it. So your about section has been updated. You see Sandeep Kumar's about section has been updated. So this is how the about section for this person is created. So have you learned how to create the about section? Give me a yes or no. Right. What we are going to do is I'm going to share the same prompt in the document I'm using. So use that prompt, use your resume, and just create this prompt for you also. Let me just share the prompt in the chat box. I'm going to share the prompt in the chat box also. I hope you have your resume is also ready with you. So use your resume and this prompt to create a LinkedIn summary for yourself. Okay, just a second. I'm not able to paste this in the chat box. Let me just share a document with you. Just a second. Give me a second, please. I'm going to share a Google document with all of you so that you can make use of the chat of the prompt. See, I have shared a link with you. So this link will take you towards the document where I have pasted the prompt. To use the prompt, I'm giving you like, let's say next 5 minutes, use this prompt and your resume, try to generate your LinkedIn summary on Chat GPT or on Gemini. Try to generate your LinkedIn summary and share your summary in the chat box. Right? Take your 5 minutes, use this prompt and your resume, generate your LinkedIn summary using any generative AI model, and then share your LinkedIn summary over here in the chat box. Will you do it? Okay, use this to create your LinkedIn summary. I see 10, 11 people have started using this document. Those who have generated their profile summary, LinkedIn profile summary, can share the same in the chat box, please. Yes, I have started to receive the results also. Diksha has shared senior associate credit analyst. I am dedicated credit analyst with experience in credit underwriting, financial analysis, risk evaluation across multiple sectors. Currently, I work at Genpact India Private Limited underwriting business insurance for US client, and I previously served at ICC Bank where I developed credit assessment models for home loan. Right. Key skills: credit risk, financial analysis, process optimization, cross-functional collaboration, project management. Diksha, it's a wonderful profile summary, but I think you're missing out in writing the ways to contact you. Even you, at least you can mention some professional email ID which you're using to connect with the hiring people. So at the end, at least use a link. Maybe your resume is missing the link, your email ID. That is why it has not generated. So do include the ways to connect you. Maybe your at least your email ID. Anyone else who might have generated their LinkedIn profile summary? I am confused in the prompt. Can you repeat, please? Nidhi, what you need to do is, if you see that prompt again, let me just open the prompt again. So when you open this prompt, in the prompt, at one place, it is written, paste your resume here. Okay, when you're paste, let me just show you. Just a second. Okay, Nidhi, this is a prompt here. So in this entire prompt, when you see this line, where you see this line, paste your resume here, over here, just remove this tag and paste your resume, content of your resume here, and then give this entire prompt to chat gpt. Fine example, for example, you copy this prompt, complete prompt, and then go to chat gpt, paste that prompt here, and in the resume section where the paste your resume is here, like written over here, just paste your resume here. Fine, when you paste your resume here and run the prompt, it will generate the LinkedIn summary for you. Have you understood? Right, so please do it, and please hurry up. Ah, okay, Tony is saying I have no resume. So see, resume must is a must. Whenever if you're going to create your LinkedIn profile, you should have your resume also, because your resume should be a good match with your LinkedIn profile. Your LinkedIn profile and resume should be in sync. That is one thing. Fine. So while before making your LinkedIn profile, work on your resume. Your resume and LinkedIn profile should be on the similar lines. So again, let me just try to tell you the entire process once again. Get your resume ready at one end, and your resume should be very basic, not very graphic oriented, very simple kind of resume design. So based on a very simple kind of resume design, where your resume must have a summary, must have a section where you can list all your major skills, 6 to 7 major skills, then your work experience or project. In the work experience and project, you should list down all your skills, and you can show how you have demonstrated those skills by writing some statements, as I was demonstrating earlier. Fine. So using this manner, you can create your resume first, paste your resume in the prompt section, generate your summary. This is the entire process. Okay, if even suppose if you are still missing out, please go through the recording of this session once again after this session. Go through the recording at this particular section and try to generate your LinkedIn summary, right? So this is how you will generate your LinkedIn summary. Everyone should try it. So it will help you a big time in creating a very optimized and SEO friendly kind of your profile. Fine. Next time, if somebody is looking for hiring person or which is having a similar skill as of you, so your profile is having a good chance to pop out in the search result, right? Now going to the third step. Third step is uploading your professional pictures and writing a headline. Fine. So since we are talking about the profile of Mr. Sandeep Kumar, so let us go towards the profile again. Okay, Hardik also has shared. Let us just try to read Hardik's LinkedIn summary. Driven and result-oriented aspiring front-end developer with a strong foundation in web development fundamentals. Currently pursuing a master's in computer application while honing my skills in HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Bootstrap through a front-end web development program at Code Desk. Eager to leverage my knowledge and passion. Right, key skills are also mentioned. Wonderful, Hardik. Portfolio is also mentioned. Very nice. Interest. It's a good, you can say, some profile summary, Hardik. Again, I'm not seeing the contact information, so please do. Suppose even after this, if your result is not having this contact detail, so you can always modify the result. You can, at the end, you please put your contact information here, right? Maybe your email ID. Wonderful. Now going back to the LinkedIn profile of this dummy ID. So here you can add the profile picture. So profile picture, you can always use the camera or upload a photo. Always try to avoid using camera, because laptop camera is not very high resolution. I have told you, I have guided you. You need to use a high resolution picture photographs for yourself. So always click good photographs in natural sunlight. Fine. avoid interior lighting and try to create your click your picture in a natural light. And after that, try to post that picture. Okay, I have got a message. Edit contact information. Contact information you should post, like if somebody is reading your profile, you can write that uh, Mr. Hardik could be reached for further detail or for further discussion at, and then you can write your email ID, or if you're comfortable, you can write your phone number also there. So these things can be written at the end of your summary, right? So we are going to upload a photograph here. Let's say if I upload a photograph, mm, so I've tried to download some dummy photographs also. So very basic, similar basic kind of photographs you can see. Let me just try to zoom in here. So even a blurred background, a semi-casual or semi-formal kind of dress, a normal smile, a formally dressed light background, fine. So such kind of photos can be used for profile picture. Okay, let us select one of these. And you can save a photographs for Mr. Sandeep Kumar also. After selecting the photograph, you can also select a cover photo. Cover photo could be again a very subtle kind of picture you can select. For example, I want to show you my cover picture. I have selected a cover picture of an office desk. Fine, you can select a similar kind of cover picture. Nowadays, people are designing their cover picture in such a way that in the cover picture itself, their contact information, their current designation is typed. So you can always create such kind of graphics also. You can use PowerPoint. If I show you here, you can always use a blank slide on the PowerPoint. You can create a cover picture design for yourself also. You just take a shape from the PowerPoint and you can write things, whatever you want to show as an image. For example, you can write your name. Just a second. I'm just going to demonstrate this to you. Right, this is one graphic. I'm trying to create a very basic kind of graphic. Okay. Now you see, I have created two elements, a shape and a text box. So we can join these shape and a text box. Okay, and we can copy it. When I have just created this text box, I have copied it. And in the new blank slide, I will paste it as an image. You see, this is an image now. It's an image now, right? So let us save this image, save as picture. Let us save it anywhere. Let's say in the same folder I was using. Okay, let me name this picture as cover page, right? In any format you want to save it. Let's say I'm comfortable with JPEG. So this is a picture I have created. Now I can go to my LinkedIn profile. I can always edit this one. Okay, let's say right now I have logged in as Sandeep Kumar. So I can go to Sandeep Kumar's cover image. I can select this picture, right? And I can apply it. So you see, this cover picture is also selected. This is how you can create your own cover pictures, also very subtle kind of cover pictures, your profile picture. I'm glad that you people are still sharing your LinkedIn profile summaries generated by you. Wonderful. Okay, so this is how you can select your profile picture and cover picture. Now next is try to write a headline. So for a headline, you can see along with your name, there's a small pen icon is there. When you click on this pen icon, it will open up with some settings, your first name, your last name. Okay, your pronouns, you can use your headline. Fine. So headline could be very simple, which I was telling you also in my PPT. You can use something like your current designation, seeking opportunity, or suppose if you're seeking opportunity in a particular location, you can write, right? So you can write, let's say the same example I'm going to write here is Node.js developer seeking opportunities in, right? You can use your headline like this. You can write your company name, current company name. Suppose if you're working in a company. So let's say if I write a company name, let's say any company, let's say IBM, if I write, just a second, it's an industry. I'm sorry. It's first of all, I have to write the industry name. So let's say I'm working as a in IT industry. So I can write IT service and IT consulting. Okay. Now you see current position. I'm working as a operation manager. This person is working as an operation manager at whatever company. That is written here. Suppose if you want to add a new position, you can always add position by writing your title. Let's say this person is also working as a project manager. Always you can write project. You can see it is already suggesting some roles. So we should always select the standard roles which is suggested by LinkedIn. It's not like we can write any customized things. If you write those customized titles, in that case, the chances of your profile to pop up in the search result will reduce because these standard results are very frequently occurring in the search results whenever somebody is searching for people to hire. So try to use your titles in such a way that it should be one of the standard titles in the LinkedIn database. Right? Let's say project manager, someone who's looking for a, let's say, role of full-time, maybe part-time, internship, trainee, whatever suits you, right? And name of the company. Let's say if I'm working in any company, again, your company might be listed in this LinkedIn database or not. Suppose if it is listed, then it is fine. Otherwise, you can write any company name, right? So with this thing, your company will be created. Let's say at what date you have started. Let's say I can write any for random dates. All right. So this is how the profile is completed. And this LinkedIn is suggesting something that I just updated my role. So it is suggesting whether I want to create a post for this or not. If you don't want to create a post, you can always cut it. Now you can always see I have claimed that I'm working in IBM. So it is asking me to, this LinkedIn must have can go for verification to your IBM's official email ID just to verify your account. So in this way, your account would be verified. You must, if you're working professional, you must get your ID also verified. There are other ways of verification also. You can always verify your account from your government IDs also. Suppose if you're not working anywhere, fine, you can always verify your LinkedIn profile from some government IDs also. For example, right now, if I don't want to, verify my account from IBM, so I can always skip it. So here you can see how my profile is updated. My experience is operation manager, which is I have written earlier, but right now you can see this is my current experience. So this is how we can create your profile summary. We can create your profile, your headings, everything can be created like this, right? Okay, let's go back to the profile again. Just a second. So once we are done with step 3, see, even in step 3, there is one more very important thing which I did not cover in my presentation is creating your custom URL. You see, if I share my can somebody share their LinkedIn profile link? Can somebody in the chat box share their LinkedIn profile link in the chat box? Please share your LinkedIn profile link so that all of us who are attending this workshop can connect with each other. We are in a workshop. We are from the same fraternity. We should connect with each other. The Pawan Kumar just shared his LinkedIn profile link. Abhishek was also shared. You see, there are very huge these links. Abhishek, Pawan, you can see, and other people also. This is a very huge link which you are sharing. Fine. You should always make your link or LinkedIn profile link customize smaller, shorter one, which is easy to share, easy to remember. Fine. How to customize? See, Bharat Kumar has shared, and I think Bharat Kumar might have customized his LinkedIn profile link also. You must also, everyone, after creating your LinkedIn profile, you must also customize your profile link. How to customize your profile link? Let us just try to see again. If I take you towards the Sandeep Kumar's profile, at the top right side, you see public profile and URL. So this is the public profile link of Mr. Sandeep Kumar. Fine. Maybe it's not easy to remember, right? So what we should do, we should always click on this edit icon. So when we click on this edit icon, we can always have edit your custom URL. This option is there, edit your custom URL. We can click on this pencil bar again, and we can create a kind of a name for this particular profile. Let's say I can create name of this person, Sandeep dash Kumar. Let's say any particular name just to make this URL unique. Let's say a number which I can remember also 1252, right? Let's try to save it. This URL is not available, so we need to just try to create something new which is available. Fine. It's Sandeep Kumar in. Let's try to save. It is also available. Let's say India. Okay. Let's try to create a unique number, I hope, which is okay. Sandeep 8589 Kumar. So this particular profile was available. So 8589 could be a number which is relevant to Sandeep. He can remember. Fine. All or you can edit it also. Fine. So this is the whole custom link of Sandeep Kumar's profile. Now sharing this particular URL would be easier for Sandeep Kumar. Let us just try to refresh his profile. You see, this custom link is available now. So if I share this link with anyone, they will ultimately reach towards the LinkedIn profile of Mr. Sandeep Kumar. Right? I hope you understood how to create your custom links. Everyone, those who have not created their custom link for their LinkedIn profile, please do it. Abhishek, Pawan, I hope you can understand. Moving on to the next section. But before moving on to the next section, I would like to share a link with all of you. Just a second in the chat box. I'm going to share a link with all of you. Hardik, I'll take this question at the end. Please reserve your question. Right now, I'm sharing a link in the chat box. This link is for the feedback form for the current session. Please use this link to submit a feedback for this session. Let us just continue with the session now. I just shared a link for the feedback of this session. Please use this link to give us a feedback also. Fine. So we were on step 3 of this profile making. So step 3, we covered uploading picture, uploading headline, and creating a custom link, right? Custom link, contact information. You should always update all of these things. Next is uploading your summary and visual assets. So visual assets, you remember in the very first step, we have collected certain visual assets. So we should upload also those visual assets. So where we should upload or how we should upload, that we will try to see. The first is proofread your summary. Click add profile. See, summary we have already updated. So I'm going to skip it. Second is add at least 2 visual assets to the featured section of your LinkedIn profile. Fine. So where is the featured section? In the profile section, featured, add featured is available. I have show also. So we will upload some visual assets which we have selected for Sandeep Kumar, uploaded there. Just a second. Let's go to the profile. Add profile section. So core building blocks are education, position, service, career breaks, skills. In the recommended, there is add featured. When we go to add featured, we collected some visual assets. Those were mostly pictures. So we can write add a post. Just a second. Sorry, add media. Upload picture mein. Add media. So one picture was related to a conference which Mr. Sandeep Kumar might have attended. Fine. So title could be the name of the conference. Let's say any conference name which could be written All India Conference of or on project management, and a little description could be written. Now this description should be in alignment with the skills this person Sandeep Kumar is wants to inculcate. The description may they can write that what they have learned. Now learning process may they can mention very easily or very in a very natural way. They can include the skills which is which was discussed during the conference. So those descriptions could be written over here. Now while writing the description, as I was suggesting earlier also, people can make use of things like brand name, any branding name, some details, some stats, some figures. So these things must be included in the description. So write such description here. Let's say the conference was about the recent trends in the industry regarding whatever skills you can write regarding skills. The speakers, or I can say the keynote speakers, were, then you can write the name of the speakers. Okay. And if the speakers are associated with some company, you can write the name of the company also, or organization also. So such kind of details could be mentioned in the description, right? So this is how this featured profile will be saved in the profile of Mr. Sandeep Kumar. Now, when we go back to Sandeep Kumar's profile, we can always go in the featured section. One image is updated. Fine. Suppose if you want to update as in your profile also, once the featured section is added to your LinkedIn profile, you can always add more features from here. Let's say if you want to add a YouTube link. So we were seeing a YouTube link also, if you remember. Let me just show you. This was the YouTube link. So just to showcase my personality that I watch such kind of content in my free time, I can use a link also. I can update a link also here. Update a link. You can say this video, some description related to the skills. Demonstrate creating dashboards, let's say using Power BI. This could be, in link in association with the skills Mr. Sandeep Kumar is working on. Fine. So such kind of features could be created. Fine. So any person who will visit Sandeep Kumar's profile, they will understand that what kind of content or what is the personality this person has, right? What is the current position he's working, what kind of personality this person has. Similar kind of things could be added to the Sandeep Kumar's profile. I hope you're getting it. So this was about step 4, uploading the visual assets. Right? There are some examples also given. Suppose you are meeting somebody, some senior people at your workplace. You might have clicked pictures with them. You can share such kind of things also in your featured thing. Right? Next is listing your work experience, your previous job, your current job, your internship, how to list them out. Right? So again, we are going to use our resume for that. Sandeep Kumar's resume, if you remember, this was the Sandeep Kumar's resume, and his current job, previous jobs are listed here. So we are going to, list them on the LinkedIn profile also. How to add them in the LinkedIn profile? We'll go to the LinkedIn profile, add profile section. Let's say we'll add Just a second. We have already added here experience. So we will just try to modify the experience. Let's say Sandeep Kumar is working as an operational manager over here, right? So what kind of roles does Mr. Sandeep Kumar did? So in the description, we can write that the skills Mr. Sandeep Kumar is having, how he has applied these skills, and the same thing is available in the resume also. So from the resume, we can copy this entire resume from here. From here, let's say, we can copy it and we can have it on the LinkedIn profile also. So Mr. Sandeep Kumar is working in this industry as an operation manager and has done these things in his current role. So we should avoid using bullet points over here in the work description. Okay, we can avoid it. We just try to expand it further. Otherwise, your section would not be very good. Same repetition of the things we will not do here in the LinkedIn profile. So these are some things which is related to the things which Mr. Sandeep Kumar has implemented in his current role. Okay, let's say when he started, you see, his previous role works has been shown here. Similarly, for this role also can be added. So use your resume to update the experience section of your LinkedIn profile. Right? So this document, please use this document when we will share and update your LinkedIn profile. Similar way, you can update your educational experience or degrees. See, whenever you are updating your educational experience, please upload the images of your degree if it is possible for you, because it will create a kind of a authenticity in the mind of the people. And you can also use, if you're willing, you can also update your grades also in your degree. Let's see how you can update a education section of the LinkedIn profile. So we can go to the LinkedIn profile, add profile section. In the core, add education. You can write the name of the education. Let's say, let's go to the resume. It should match with the resume. So in the resume, Mr. Sandeep Kumar has written, he has done Bachelor of Arts, Civil Engineering, very unique. So name of the school degree is Bachelor of Arts, Civil Engineering. Name of the school, Sonoma State University. What was the field of study? Again, it is optional. When this education had started, so we can write the date of education, or we can refer it from the resume also. If it is not mentioned, we can write it here. These are not mandatory, but even you can fill if it is possible, you can fill also. Let's say if I write 3.8 out of on a scale of 5, right? If any description you want to write, again, not mandatory, and try to avoid description in the degree part, because we are going to cover it in the skill part, right? So we will try to avoid. Even if you want, you can mention 1 or 2 skills, top 5 skills, which is written here. So you can mention few skills over here. We are not going to, crowd our LinkedIn profile with n number of skills. We are going to use the skills section very judiciously, so that whenever a person who is going to come to review your profile, they are not confused with the variety of skills. We should have skills from the similar area, right? The skills will be very judiciously placed in the LinkedIn resume or LinkedIn profile. So let us save it. Right? So education section must be included here. See, education sector must be included, name of the institute, the degree name, the passing year or the starting year, and then the grade. So in the same way, you can add more education here. Right? So this was this step where we add the education. Okay. Here also, I have told you that please try to include the picture of your degree also if you can. Like if you go to edit option, you added this one. there is an option of adding a media. So when you click on media, you can always upload a picture of your degree, right? Suppose, let's say, if this is my degree, fine. This is a picture of my degree. I can always upload the picture of my degree, right? So this is how you can see along with the degree, along with the name, the degree will also be updated. You can say the degree name is shown as cover page. We can always edit it. This is not cover page. Let's say this is a civil engineering degree. So I can write civil engineering. So this is how you can add the education part. Other than this, adding the skills, right? Let's go to the skill part. Skill certification and project. We will cover all of these things in over here only. So here in the LinkedIn section, you can go for adding skills. Now, see, from the profile summary and from every other thing which I have updated so far in the LinkedIn profile, LinkedIn is already suggesting me certain skills. Fine. So already suggesting my certain skills, but the skills which I'm going to update, it should always match with the resume. So on my resume, what skills I have mentioned, I will try to update it in my skill section also. So it could be project management, it could be business communication, it could be data analysis, it could be managing teams. So I can write over here. So first skill was project management. Just a second. So is there project management already listed? Yes. So I can click over here, project management. It is also asking where I have applied the skill. So you can always skip it also. You can save this particular skill over here. You see in the skill section, one skill is added, project management. If you want to add further more skills, you can always go for, let's say, operation management. Add more skills, let's say data analytics. So you should always use or update only the relevant skills. You can add, like, let's say, I think there is a limitation of up to 40 or 50 skills in the LinkedIn summary and the LinkedIn profile, but don't add all those 40 skills. At max, add up to 10 or 11 skills, and that too which are relevant to your resume and which are relevant to the target, the job you are targeting to. Okay, only those skills must be included. Otherwise, what will happen if you ask somebody to give you a kind of a reference? For example, if I take you towards my resume, fine, I ask somebody I ask somebody to give me a recommendation. So if you ask somebody to give recommendation, if you add, let's say, 40 skills, so that person has to give recommendation or skip 40 skills to give you recommendation, fine? So having your friends or colleagues or boss, try to ask them to give you recommendations also, right? So this will help you a big time, and try to add only the skills very judiciously, right? Try as a benchmark, you can add maximum 10 to 11 skills, not more than that. Okay, taking you back towards the skill part. Once all the skills are added, we can also go for updating the certification. Let's say if somebody is doing some online course, some upskilling course, you can always add the certifications of those courses on your LinkedIn. How to do it? Let's say in the add profile section, go to recommended and add license and certification. So here you can write the name of the course you're doing. Let's say I was doing a course, let's say on SQL. Fine. So any particular course, if I'm doing, let's say programming with PLSQL, I was doing this course, let's say was conducted, let's say on Coursera. So Coursera, sorry, that listed thing has came. I, let's say, started this course back in, let's say, 23. Fine. Let's say the credential ID was something, any number. Generally on certificates, the credential IDs are mentioned, the certificate numbers are mentioned. So you can write those certificate numbers also here, and some shareable links also is provided in major, uh, certification platforms. So they will give you some shareable URLs also. Let's say for Coursera, there could be some URL. For now, I'm writing a simple URL, fine. Otherwise, they will provide you some shareable URL also to showcase your skills. You can save them here. And if you visit your profile, you can see under the license and certification, one course is shown. And if you click on show credential, it will take you towards the link which you have given. So I've given only the home page URL of the Coursera. So it is taking me towards the home page, right? So this is how you update your certifications of on your LinkedIn profile, right? So this is how you update your LinkedIn profile. Again, how many certificates you should show on your LinkedIn profile? Again, there could be like you are a learning enthusiast and you are learning a lot of certificates, fine. So try to add it or try to upload at max 5 to 6 certifications at a time. So, and all of those certifications based on the target job you are targeting, fine. It's not like you are, you have done some culinary course, some cooking course, and you're adding the certificate of that also. If you're not targeting a cooking job, please avoid, updating your cooking certification in that LinkedIn profile, fine. So try to be very relevant whenever you're updating your course certification also, additional certifications. Step 8 is contact and personal information section. So on your LinkedIn profile at the very top itself, it gives you an option of contact info. You can always edit your contact info. This is your LinkedIn profile. This is your email. This is a phone number. Okay. So you should always update it very judiciously. If your number is changed, if your email is changed, you should always update it over here, right? This is how you can update your contact info. Suppose there are people I have seen in our group. There are people from MCA background or MBA background. You people have some additional portfolios also. You have portfolios on GitHub. You have portfolios on other platforms also. Fine. So you can always update the link of your portfolios also. How to do it? You can always go to add profile section. You can go to recommended, add featured. Fine. And you can go for add a link. Fine. Let's say somebody has a profile on GitHub. So you can write the profile or you can paste the link of your GitHub profile. Let's say github.com. Fine. So let's say this is a link of my GitHub profile. So I will add it here. Fine. I will write the title also. Let's say a portfolio of my React web pages. Fine. React JS portfolio. Right? You can write your description also, what kind of things you have created here in the description, and just save it. Right? So similarly, this portfolio link will be available on your profile itself. So some people or the recruiter who is coming to visit you, they can see, they can go towards your portfolio also where you have created these kind of projects. Right? So these things must be there on your LinkedIn profile. If you have a portfolio, you must mention it. Right? So once you have created your entire LinkedIn profile, if you think you have created this entire LinkedIn profile, you can always have a cross check. How you can cross check your LinkedIn profile? Let's see. In the resources, you can always download your LinkedIn profile that as a PDF. Let's say profile 1. We have just downloaded the LinkedIn profile. So this is how things are mentioned in your LinkedIn profile. Fine. Your contact information, your LinkedIn information. Fine. Everything is mentioned over here. So you can always cross check after creating your LinkedIn profile. And after that, I think we are left with one step. Step 9 is customizing your setting. So whenever you are, making your LinkedIn profile, there are certain privacy settings which you should do, or there are certain visibility settings. What other people should do, or there are certain job seeking settings are also there. Let us just try to see their importance. So if I take you to the LinkedIn profile, under the Me section, there is an option of settings and privacy. So there are these settings are available. Visibility settings are available where majorly you will see how your profile will look like to the people. Fine. To people, this profile will look like this. We can always see, review, and if needed, you can change it. And you can update some settings. Fine. There are certain more settings are there, like data privacy. So under data privacy, job seeking preferences are there, job application settings are there. Okay. So this thing is, whenever you're applying through LinkedIn, your resume must be saved. So every time you don't have to upload your resume, or you can share your resume, your profile information with the recruiter. If you want to share, you can always switch it on. Fine. So whenever some recruiter will see your resume, they can download and they can have your entire data of your LinkedIn profile over here. These are certain more settings which is available, right? If you want to share your profile, whenever you click on apply job, so you can share your entire profile with the recruiter. So these are certain settings which are available on the LinkedIn to just to enhance your job search area. So this was the entire step-by-step process of creating a LinkedIn profile. I just want to know whether it is useful for you or not. Yes. So I've got only one yes. I think this session was not at all useful. See, this session will be useful for you once I share all these resources with you. I will mail it to all of you. And if you work upon, you create your resume, you create your LinkedIn profile, then this session will be useful for all of you. We can have certain question and answers. If you have some question and answers, we can discuss it. Abhishek is asking, what is service option? Abhishek, LinkedIn is also having some paid features also. So again, these options are available, paid feature. We are not going into those details. We are going on to the very basic part where we can optimize our own LinkedIn profile so that next time if somebody is looking to hire people, your profile should, suppose you go on Google and you search something on Google. You see there are hundreds of search results come, but some search results are on first position, some on second, some on third, some is on 88th position. So the research result, which is on the 88th position, that has a very lesser probability to be clicked. So similarly, yours, whenever somebody is searching for a profile, your profile should be at the top position. And for that, your LinkedIn profile must be optimized. That is what we tried through this session, that your LinkedIn profile should be among the top search results. Freshers, Mohini, you are asking what about the fresher LinkedIn profile who don't have, again, very good question, Mohini. If you are not having any professional work experience, but still, Mohini, I suppose you are, I hope you are studying in a particular program. Maybe you are doing a MBA or MCA, and during your MBA MCA you are learning different skills. You may be working on a capstone project, you are working on a project, so you must include the project section instead of a work experience. You must include a project section, Mohini. So any more relevant questions towards relevant to this workshop, you can share it on the chat box. Otherwise, see, I'm sharing my LinkedIn profile with all of you. Please connect with me. And in future, if you need any help with creating your LinkedIn profile, we can always discuss on my LinkedIn chat. So I'm sharing it on the chat box, my LinkedIn profile. Please connect with me. Share your LinkedIn profile also among each other. Try to write recommendations for each other. Hardik is asking, is it fine, sir? I write below my profile. Hardik, it is too long. If you're asking, if you want to write looking for an internship or web development field, it is a too long headline. Just try to cut it short, Hardik. So use my LinkedIn profile, try to connect with me so that we can, grow together. Those who want to connect with each other, you can share your LinkedIn profile links and connect with each other. Try to write recommendation for each other, right? Okay, guys. So I think it's time to conclude the session. I would like to thank everybody for joining and participating with such huge energy. I would also like to thank LPU for creating such session, the senior dignitaries who are letting us, to connect with you, bond with you, right? So looking for more sessions in the future, we'll try to connect for more with more sessions. for more job readiness sessions, right? Thank you guys. Have a wonderful evening.